Omo like this, this Labour Party matter don't tie rapper with canvas with face cap join them all. As I declare you so, apapa faction don't come out. They say Peter Obi is not a member of Labour Party and is being sponsored by Atiku Abubakar. Not talk too much, eh? I would like make una see wetin Kenneth Okonkwa and the man dig am for studio and share this video after watching this video so that other people will see them and share it.
Factions of the Labour Party have held separate National Executive Council meetings. The Julius Abure-led faction is warning state chairmen to desist from anti-party activities or risk losing their seats, while the lamide apapa-led faction has continued to suspend certain officials. So, Sly, you have it from here.
We're now joined by representatives from both warring factions. Live here, Kenneth Okonkwa is a spokesman for the Abure-led Labour Party executive, and Abayomi Arabambi is the National Publicity Secretary for the apapa-led Labour Party executive. Kenneth, and good to see you all. And, you know, Nigerians are not too excited about this whole game to the extent that they felt that the beautiful bride in the political scene is almost getting dirtied. Now, speak to us on what exactly this is about for your party. Kenneth?
Oh, well, thank you for inviting me, and thank you, viewers at home, for joining us. There is no faction in Labour Party, and I can tell you that outrightly, because you just cannot walk in from anywhere and arrogate powers to yourself and then begin to pretend that you have the power you do not have. In Labour Party, and I'm talking about the Constitution, it is the National Convention that elects or removes the national officers of the Labour Party, which is NWC. And I'm telling you, Article 13, 1BIV. And again, if there is any sudden vacancy in the national office, it is the National Executive Council that has the right to fill the vacancy. And I'm talking about Article 13, 2BXVI. And if there is a need to discipline any officer of the national level, it is only the National Executive Council that has the right to discipline. And I'm talking about Article 13, 2BXVII. You can check it in the Constitution of the Labour Party. So that people come to arrogate themselves and give themselves and allocate to themselves some position and call themselves. You have the right to call yourself anything. Did you see the Labour Party National Convention elect any of those people that are parading themselves as national officers of Labour? That's why you cannot call them a faction. You cannot call them the national officers of Labour Party. And let me make it clear. The person you introduced me with now, I say it publicly. He has never been the publicity secretary of Labour Party. And you will ask him, please, how did he come to be answering publicity secretary Labour Party? Because right, I know that no national convention elected him. And I know no national executive council brought him. He was a nominee of the national chairman who employed him to be his own personal assistant, putting him on probation. And when the national chairman saw that he was not fit to occupy the national office, he was not even recommended to NEC. So he has no right to come here and say he was ever the publicity secretary of Labour Party. Okay, let him tell us how he became the publicity secretary, because the law is clear.
Abayomi Arabambi, I'm sure you heard what Kenneth Okonkwa just asked. He's saying that you're not in any way or form spokesperson of the Labour Party, having not been, so appointed. Then again, on the other hand, there are those who are saying that your faction, which is the lamide apapa faction, is actually being propelled by external forces, maybe some kind of monetary inducement or any other kind of inducement. You want to react to all of this?
Well, thank you very much. It is a normal norm in the world. No child can come and tell his father how his father was born. I have been in Labour Party 14 years ago. When I was the state deputy chairman in Ogun, Abure was the assistant state secretary in Edo State. I have served with our former national chairman, Barrister Danayao, our former national chairman, A.A. Salam, and the ousted one, Abure. So I would not want to dignify issue with Kenneth. Kenneth is just a staff of PO. He's not a member. He was never registered anywhere. And I want to tell Nigerians that the problem we have in Labour Party is because we are under the siege of political buccaneers and predators. People that camouflage themselves in military uniform, and they came, to do a coup d'etat in Labour Party. We took our time not to be bloody with them, and what we have done yesterday was very simple. Our next meeting was a court martial, like they did in the military. Because when you are a political, now on the question of we are being sponsored, I put it to them that they were the one being sponsored by the people.
A minute, I'll let you continue. Apologies, quickly here. You just said a moment ago that Kenneth Okonkwa is not a member of Labour Party but a staff of PO, and in the same breath, he's been suspended by Labour Party.
Yes.
Make clear that.
He should not be making comments on the party, like he said yesterday, calling Alhaji Apapa a clown. One of them, this former Obiora, I have the press statement here, where he said he was even castigating the judge, that gave a ruling. It is not done anywhere. We are in the tribunal, for God's sake. When you say because a judge doesn't give a favorable order to you, you start criticizing. I have the paper. I was even thinking is the one. I wanted to ask him that was it the one that issued this statement, so that he can confirm it, because he said the judge allowed himself to be manipulated. He would have proven that to us. We have been seeing Kenneth, parading himself as a member. He said it's from PO, the spokesperson here and there. For us, if they have given him cash somewhere, we, the authentic executive, are now saying you can no more in any capacity speak on behalf of Labour. And the answer, the reason is very simple. These are a group of people that want to make sure there is an unconstitutional way, to make Nigeria unstable. That is their mission. And that's why I said they came via a coup d'etat. We know when I then came, I was the very person that raised the issue that they are southernising Labour Party. You came, set up a PCC, where we have the chairman from the south, we have the secretary from Anambra, we have the assistant PCC from Anambra, other people from Imo. For God's sake, we are not APGA. We told them that Labour Party is a national party. Everything must be centralized, like the federal federal act.
And you want to respond, Mr. Arabambi? Would you allow us so that we can have a conversation here? Kenneth Okonkwa, first off, he's questioning your membership of the Labour Party in the first place. He's asking, do you have a membership card of the Labour Party? No. What exactly is the situation? And he says buccaneers and predators have taken over the party. Wonder who they are.
You have to really forgive me, but why I call them political clowns is that you can see.
No, but you need to respond to that.
No, that's question. What I'm saying. You can see that they will make you to laugh.
Right.
What other response? Your co-anchor has just made a statement that even some brilliant lawyers cannot make. How can you suspend? How can you claim you suspended somebody and you're claiming he's not a member? Do you suspend somebody who is not a member?
Kenneth Okonkwa, you have the opportunity to clarify.
Now, the Labour Party, led by the chairman of the FCT, as a matter of fact, came to my office to register me with the ward chairman of Gariki and the ward chairman of Mbunano ward. They came to my office here in Abuja.
So you have a membership card?
Membership card in Mbunano ward. And I've gone home. My people are with me.
Okay.
We won our elections, presidential and every election, in my polling unit, in my ward, in my local government.
Okay, so we can maximize
polling unit because he raised the hand of the APC governor in
Ogun
State.
No.
And he is there talking. He has not told you how he became the publicity secretary, because he's not. I put a post to him.
My question is this.
So let him answer it.
No, the question, my answer to you is this. As a child, you can never know how your father was born. That is my answer for you.
If you are a man in Labour Party and you could not win your polling unit, and you're purporting to be the public secretary of your party, which man are you?
Gentlemen, I mean, we could spend all night going back and forth, but let's talk about that NEC meeting that held in Bauchi State. Ken, what do you have to say about that? Because that seems to have been held by the apapa, led faction of the Labour Party.
Good. Well, there was no NEC that held in Bauchi State. What you had is, and I'm not the one who used this word, is the NLC chairman who called them rodents, not me. So what you had is some rodents looking for fish and some animals to peck, because
you
they
might
are
have
giving.
to temper the language so that
very good.
Let's be
so
civil.
What happened in Bauchi?
Right.
At the same time, the purported meeting is going on in Bauchi. All the chairmen and secretaries of Labour Party, we are meeting in the national office. The chairman and secretaries of all the states are members of the NEC. And if you don't have them, there are about 74 members, because there are 36 plus 1. If you don't have them, how did you say you formed a quorum? And let me state it clearly, and I'm talking about Article 13, 2A, composition of the NEC. And Article 23 is very clear of Labour Party Constitution. If you don't have a quorum, you cannot have a meeting. So who and who were there? And talking about Bauchi, the old man that was there, parading himself as national chairman, my principal, the presidential candidate, said he doesn't know him. He has not met him.
He's actually quoted as saying that he's forgiven Peter Obi, Abure, and others.
He has forgiven who? What right do you have to forgive you for what? For what offense? Now, like I was saying, can you imagine a Bola Tinubu saying he does not know a Sidat Adam? Can you imagine an Atiku saying he does not know an Ayu? And the presidential candidate came out openly and said, I don't know this man. How can I not describe him as a clown?
So let's bring in Arabambi back again and quickly hear the NEC meeting in Bauchi and the comment which Kenneth Okonkwa has just ascribed to the Labour NLC chairman. Speak to us on what exactly this was about, because many had thought that, well, you are moving towards your victory or otherwise at the tribunal if you all come together on the one union.
Thank you very much. It is an indictment on the part of Mr. Peter Obi to say he doesn't know Apapa. In Nasaba, where we elected him, was Koko, a member of Labour Party then. He was with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it's an indictment about what we are saying. These are people that came to Labour Party to promote ethnic and religious bigotry. You are a presidential candidate. You won our primaries. And you came out to say you don't know the deputy national chairman who was elected in the Kwanga convention. These are the history that he doesn't know. But our own point is this: if Pio said he doesn't know, then he's not a presidential candidate. He's not supposed to even go to court in the first instance to claim you're a presidential candidate, because he showed that those of us that elected him, he was not validly elected. Because Okonkwo was not a delegate to Asaba, where we did our NEC. He was not a delegate. He was not even part of us. He was still busy, upneighboring with the APC. That one, settled that. If PO said he doesn't know Apapa, it's quite unfortunate. It's an indictment that he doesn't know what he's saying. It showed that PO doesn't know what he's doing at all for him to have come out there. But nevertheless, because we are leader in Labour Party, we do not want anything to happen to the case. That was why we had to pardon him, because it is settled in law. When an order is made, whether you like it or not, you are bound to obey that order. They went to Asaba, where a court restrained Abure from parading himself and 4 others. Those 4 people were on the high table in Asaba with PO and n0t and the vice president. But we have to pardon them so that nothing will affect that court case. And we are at that statement Not like, most of the people that thought we are a bunch of, young boys that they can just come and upstage. So we are forgiving PO. Is our candidate, even if he said he doesn't know us. It shows, again, what is even the issue in the Labour Party. You cannot regionalize Labour Party. Labour Party belong to Nigerians of all the usual political zone. So,
okay, Mr. Arabambi,
we allow them.
Very quickly, just like I asked you earlier, I mean, there are, in some quarters, some believe that all of this is aimed at scuttling Peter Obi's chances at the courts. As a matter of fact, some would even say that maybe there's financial inducement. And the issue of Lamide Apapa trying to withdraw the cases, the Peter Obi cases, from the courts, you want to confirm that and react to some of the points made?
No, we have said that times that number that, that is life from the pit of the head. That is number one. You see, number two is this. You see a lot of them saying we are being sponsored. But all of you are privy and you witnessed the first press conference after the election. It was done by Nabure and Yosha Ayu. The party was not involved. But I speak to the Nigerian today that even a president candidate is being sponsored by Atiku. Abure is being sponsored by Atiku. That explains why, technically, do you know we are not challenging Atiku vote in the election petition tribunal? And do they think we are people that doesn't know what we are doing? If in the same election, they declare Shivaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner, they declare Atiku as the second, and Labour Party as the third. And we technically excluded Atiku because they have, an underwritten agreement which they don't want us to know. And that was why you see PO standing firm with Abure, even despite all the indictment. So I tell Nigeria today that this group of people, Abure and even Peter Obi, are being sponsored underneath by Atiku. So we are not being sponsored by anybody.
Let's allow Kenneth react to this. He says you all have been sponsored.
Well, from his submissions, do I need to tell you again that he's been sponsored? If a man will tell you that he is interested in our winning in the courts, and this is not withdrawing the case, and he's telling in another breath that my principal is working with Atiku, does that not tell you that he is sponsored? They are a department of the ruling party. Look at men who could not contribute anything in Labour Party and they are flying on jets to go and visit who? Haven't you seen their pictures all over internet? He himself raised the hand of APC governor and supported him to win. He frustrated our producing a candidate in Ogun State, and in Lagos State our producing National Assembly candidates in order to satisfy the yearnings of his paymaster, which is the APC.
Okay.
So the issue here is that how can that is what they are after. They are after the mandate.
Hold on, Mr.
Trying to frustrate it, and they will not succeed.
Mr. Arabambi, are you still in support of Peter Obi and his case, his attempt to regain what he says is his mandate?
Labour Party is not about Peter Obi, it's about Labour Party. The case in court, we will support all lawful means. Only all lawful means. But all this attempt by Kenneth Okonkwa and co to cause a change of government or interim administration, Labour Party is not in support of that. But we will only stand with PO only on lawful terms. And I want to make it clear, PO did not give Labour Party a dime during the presidential election. No agents were paid. Party officials were not paid. We, as members of NWC, our photograph that we took with him, he has never given us one kobo. So for anybody to say we are flying private jet, now it's another statement.
That's why he went to the party that will be giving him
did not give Labour Party
and he's saying
one
he's not paid, according to him.
Thank you so much. Kenneth Okonkwa, of course, of the Labour Party. And